Now, Spud,
Yes.
you've had a wobble, a hiatus the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks. You haven't been as you normally you come in and you go, right, I've seen something I don't like, but you've just had a little spell for a couple of weeks. But then today you said, give me some space, Jim.
Well, it hasn't been me. It's been the people in the, around Australia and Melbourne. If they're getting ahead of themselves, I'm all over it. But people have probably taken heed that they'll get a rap sheet on Triple M on Saturday Rub. So I was actually driving up to Ballarat. My parents, Gaz, were moving their house
You're not going to wobble them, sure.
from Bungaree to Ballarat. They've been living there for 55 years. So I was listening to a rival network, and there was a player-manager.
Well, that was your first mistake.
Yeah, exactly. But I couldn't get the FM station. It was way up there in the hills. And they got a player-manager on to talk about Adam Cooney and how his knee was probably a little bit debilitating.
Big story.
Big story it was.
All about
so they
Adam,
built it up.
surely.
They built up Adam Cooney's player manager's getting on, 15-minute break, and then, when's he going to get on? So they then get him on. And do you want me to mention the name now?
You can easily do what you want.
Well, it was Rick Olarenshaw, and I thought, he's a good player
Ricky
manager.
Ricky
Yeah.
O.
He's got Robbie Deans and Marty Pass does a lot of his sort of dot the T's, cross the T's.
Yep.
And Ricky O just does the big, when you're talking Brownlow medalist, sorry, Marty, it's about me now. I'll just talk about Adam Cooney, Brownlow medalist. So I just happened to listen to the interview, and I was shocked.
I caught up with Brian Lara in London when I was over there for work, and he invited me over to spend the week with him in Barbados and do a bit of work for him, and also go and see Rhianna live in concert, her first live concert in her hometown. So it's been an amazing week hanging with the Prince, as close to royalty as what you can get. So, I was stuck in like Velcro for a whole week, and, it's had some pretty amazing experiences. Went to Garfield Sober's 75th birthday, so I was rubbing shoulders with Everton Weeks and Wes Hall, and I stayed at Brian's house. I stayed with Brian at his holiday house in Barbados.
Does he
and a driver and all that sort of stuff.
Well, that's the only way to do it over there in that part of the world, Ricky. Has he got memorabilia of himself up over all the walls in the house?
If he did, I would have stolen it and put it in my suitcase. I actually went to Sir Garfield Sober's trophy room. That was pretty decent, a bit better than mine. Didn't have a premiership medal, though.
Come on, Rick.
Now, seriously, boys.
Come on.
This was about Adam Cooney. There was a little tidbit on the end that he's no longer going to play for the rest of the season. That was the news.
Oh, no.
But he just brought the whole interview back to him. And then he had the... Now, Gaz, I don't know a lot about cricket. My cricketing prowess is not great. But Sir Garfield Sobers, 93 tests.
He's thrown Everton Weeks in.
8,000 runs at an average, Gaz, of 57.78.
Fair.
And then, when the opposition went in, he said, give me the ball.
Yep.
I'll take 235 wickets at 34 if you don't mind.
Well, I think with both spin and a bit of medium pace.
both styles of spin.
Then I went to Ricky O. Now,
what's he done, Rick?
he played in the flag in 93, so let's not take that away from him.
He can't. He's got a medallion.
Yeah, Greg Madigan played in
Apparently.
one as well.
Oh,
Mario Bortolotto.
Oh, Mad Dog gets
A
one.
few of those. Mario Bortolotto, Tats Lotto played a couple. Ben Marsh played a couple of flat. But anyway, he played 83 games and kicked 14 goals at 3 clubs.
Yeah, well, he has got a premiership medallion.
He spent 20 minutes talking about dagging out of Brian Lara's backside. And then the interview, Rhiannon, he was texting Rhiannon and they go into the... What is going on with the world?
Oh, well, it's a different world over there, Spud, when you get over there.
I'll tell you what, it's not quite Golden Trumpet worth because it was on one of those other stations, but it's right up there, JB.
it is astounding.
Then I've just got
What was
another...
he on about?
Well, I'm not sure what Ricky
Come on, Rick.
Mate, as I said, he'd buy the pack of 10 icy poles. He'd lick the lot if he was. He'd just, there'd be 10 sticks left. There's any more about, I'll just lick myself to death. I tell you. But no, there's another one, just a little clip.
I can't believe Viv Richards wasn't thrown in.
Me and Brian.
Collis King. Collis King drift by. Bernard Julian.
Wayne Daniel.
Winston Benjamin.
Keith Boyce.
Winston Benjamin and those big eyes.
Roy Fredericks.
He had the possum eyes.
the possum.
All right.
No, but anyway, just a quick one. Paul Dimattina, he needs to get a little clip.
Oh.
He's playing like half-forward flanker at the moment. He's just chipping away. I know you get on well with him, Damo. Smorgan's done a great job. Either put up or shut up. okay? You're playing like a half-forward flanker.
He's allowed to have an opinion,
If you
Danny.
want to get
He's
in there,
allowed to
Dimmer,
have an opinion.
put your head over the ball at the centre clearance and get the job done. None of this drinking lattes here, lattes there, down at Gloria Jean's here, and I'll have a coffee
Jean's.
with bloody
He's got his own
Beezer
coffee
here.
company, I think.
I'll have a coffee with Beezer and Ricky Kennedy over there, and I'll dag around who's with me. Mate, get the job done or rack off.
I'll have a coffee with Beezer.
I've got a couple. Down at the domain. Poor old Beezer. Didn't know what was going on. Beezer said, how'd I get dragged into this?
I've just gone to me local to have a coffee.
The power broke, and there's Dimmer with his big overcoat on with his